Hello, pedals. This is Daisy X Machina, the speculative detective, formerly known as booktube goddess. Call me Miss Daisy if you're nasty. And this is a get ready with me where I put on drag makeup to film videos later today. Lynette loves the thumbnail. Thank you. Hello, Lori. Hello, Lynette. Yeah, I decided to do a new thumbnail, and I flagged these videos as podcasts, which I don't think really does anything, but I thought, who knows? And Cappuccino is here. So, how was everyone's reading this week? I finished The Clackety, which is a middle grade horror. And I actually ended up really enjoying it more than I thought I would. The middle kind of sagged for me, but it was kind of unexpectedly a sort of a dark Alice in Wonderland because there is sort of this dark portal fantasy type aspect to it. So if you like middle grade and you like dark creepy stuff, you might like it. So then I think Cappuccino, you're the one that reminded me, because you read something last week of T. Kingfisher. So, because I've been meaning to read something by T. Kingfisher. So I looked up their books, and guess which one I got? The Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, because it's such a whimsical title, and I tore through that book. And it's funny because it's one of those books where it's hard to tell who the audience is because it reads like a middle grade voice. The voice is so good. It reminds me of Flavia de Luce, but it wasn't published under the author's children's book name, which is her real name, Ursula something or other. And so I was wondering what category this book is, because if you look it up under Amazon, if it's under middle grade or children's or young adult, it'll like have an age range, but it didn't have an age range. And in her afterword, she was describing the publication journey because she thought it was going to be a children's book, but the publishers, no one knew what to do with it because it was too dark or the character was either too young or too old, and it couldn't find a home. So she finally said, I'm just going to publish it under T. Kingfisher, which is her adult pen name. And so it reminded me a lot of Flavia de Luce. And it's not really dark as a dark fantasy, but it does open with a dead body. So, and the main character is 14, which is sort of that weird age where it could either be middle grade or young adult. Anyway, fabulous book. Loved it. That one too sagged in a couple parts, but I didn't really mind. Okay, so where are we? Fit to be read is here. Yay. Sandra is here. Yay. Reading has been good. Good for me this week too. Oh, you listened to In the Lives of Puppets. Better than The Whispering Door, not as good as House on the Cerulean Sea. Okay, that's very interesting because I loved House on the Cerulean Sea, was not a big fan of Whispering Door, so I'll probably agree with you. But I'm still curious about The Wooden Heart because I know everyone's saying it's science fiction version of Pinocchio, but the blurb I read or something said Wooden Heart. Fun read. Oh, the defensive baking. Reading for me has been so. I like Master of Zen. Yeah. Oh, nonfiction, The Hidden Face of Eve. Is that like the biblical Eve? Tell us, Lori. It's one of the yeah. Yeah, someone recommend good T. Kingfisher. Yeah, I'm curious about the horror because the voice was in the writing of Defensive Baking was really whimsical. So I wonder what Kingfisher does with horror. Kindle Read was Osmosis equal to Mad About. Okay, yeah, that's another one I want to read. You guys, okay, here we go. All the characters were a robot except one human boy, and the wooden heart is explained. Okay, well, that's good. I'm curious. I'm probably going to end up reading it at some point. But I need to start with some makeups. So I've been doing purple a lot. So if I don't do purple, I can't do green. Try to do a pinky rose. Should I do red? Should I just do blue? I haven't done all blue in a while. Okay, I'm going to do blue. Then maybe I'll do like a pink lid or something fun for the lid. But I need a dark, dark blue. That's not a shimmer. Is this a shimmer? This looks metallic. Okay. So let's do the old Scotch tape. What moved the dead one with the rabbit on the cover? Is what moved the dead one? Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about. I realized it was written 25 years ago. No, when everyone thought they really knew this stuff. Fits in the full, yay! Mostly minimal reading this week. That happens. Okay, I'm also curious about that one. Yeah, that was with the first book too. That I liked. Is Ari the flamboyant one? I like the flamboyant one better than the stuck in the mud. This is Pride Month. I probably should read at least one Pride book. Okay, so I'm going to take this dark blue. Can't tell if anything's even. I should just do what other drag queens do and use a card. Oh, if you have Disney Plus, Dennis and I watched the new Ant-Man movie, Quantumania. And it was okay. Full disclosure, I fell asleep partway through it. Okay, here we go. I really don't understand, or I don't think the writers understand what they meant by quantum realm. But apparently you shrink so far to the subatomic level, you enter the quantum realm. And I will say it is visually appealing. It's yeah, visually appealing. And if you're into Marvel comics like I was back in the day, I always have a fun time and usually have a fun time with the Marvel movies, but I know they're not for everyone. Like I certainly was never into Ant-Man, the uh, the Marvel comic character, although I like the actor that plays him, Paul Rudd. I do remember the Wasp quite a bit because she was in the Avengers. I'm talking about the comics, of course, for some time. But it's not for everyone. Good for DK Man. Those trilogies are long. Now I think I've finished the whole series. Yay, the whole series. We're talking about the Elder Lanes, of course. Have started The Universe is a small place about an alien hiding out in a small Tasmanian town. Alien looks like a house cat. Oh, I kind of like that. You know me and cats. That was the end of the series. I do have a couple of other books. Yeah, Soldier Sun books. I really enjoyed those too. Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a break and try out other authors. Okay, I think I missed a conversation. The only thing I watched this week was some David Attenborough wildlife documentaries. Paul Rudd. Yeah, isn't that the truth? He's never ages. Oh, I love zombie TV shows. Don't have any TV streaming services, but I did watch Eurovision on a pub. Yeah, Americans just started to Europe. Well, it's not. It's Euro. Yeah. Me too, DK. Because I like the Avengers, especially like the Scarlet Witch and Vision, and I remember Wasp being there, but her power didn't seem that impressive to me. But to each their own. Oh, for those of you who watched my Deus Ex Machina video, um, Lynette had mentioned endings where the main character wakes up and it was all a dream, which I think can be pretty annoying. But I was thinking of like, because I don't think many books end like that. But I'm thinking of Alice in Wonderland, where I guess it's obvious it's a dream, but I know that I've read some things where it's sort of ambiguous whether it was a dream or not. Um, but I think you see it more in TV shows more or movies. Okay, so actually I do want a different color. Um, actually, I'm kind of... I have this weird... Oh, did I freeze? Okay, I hope you can still hear me, but let me restart. Technical difficulties. So anyway, as I restart my OBS Studio, I was thinking about books that end where everything's a dream. And like I said, I'm thinking I see it more on TV shows. Okay, I'm back. So I was thinking of this color, which is kind of purple. Maybe I'll just do pink. Yeah, I'll do some pink just to be unexpected. Lydia is here, yay! Thank you for joining us. At least you could hear me. Book that ends with a dream is The Queen and I by Sue Townsend. It is in the British royal family are kicked out of the palace and have to go to live in a council estate. Ugh. So then they wake up, it's all a dream. Oh, that's totally different, DK. That's how the dream world works. Yeah, I do like that in Wheel of Time. But, well, you all are, some of you all are a little older. Maybe you remember, and if you watch TV, Dallas, where JR wakes up and like the whole season's a dream. I think Roseanne did that too. And it's kind of a weird way to sort of retcon a series. Okay, maybe this pink was a mistake, but we're committed. Or didn't St. Elsewhere do that too? The Queen wakes up in his nightmare. Yeah, especially with a book. You know, you get committed so much in a book, and then you find out it didn't matter. It's just a dream. The Dallas one. Okay, it's been a while. St. Elsewhere did that in the finale. The whole entire show was not necessarily a dream, but imagined. Oh, you know where it worked? I don't know if any of you are Bob Newhart fans, but Bob Newhart was stand-up comedian, dry humor. You probably know him from something. But his show in the 60s, 70s, where he played a psychiatrist and his wife was Suzanne Plachette. And I remember watching it a lot as a kid because there was like reruns a lot, and there's, of course, only 3 channels. But then he did another show in the 90s called Newhart. And at that time, I would watch it occasionally if nothing was on or I was bored or something and it happened to come on. Wasn't a big fan of the show, but the finale, the very very last episode, he wakes up. How's it go? He gets hit on his head or something, and then he wakes up in bed, and he looks over, and it's Suzanne Plachette, his wife from the first series, and he goes, "I had this crazy dream that I owned a hotel," or something like that. That time it worked. I thought that for me, I think for most people who were Bob Newhart fans, that was like chef's kiss uh, ending. So it can work. What's my computer doing? I don't think it's common, Sandra. Yeah, the movie version of Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that's a good example. Um, I don't like what I did with the pink. Okay, now I'm going to go over it with this. I said I wasn't going to do purple, but I think this is going to make it a little purple. Okay, this was not the look I was imagining. I don't know what I just did. So, I'm just going to try to blend it. uh, oh boy. Bob Newhart was such a wonderful comedy treasure. He's still alive, right? He's still doing stuff. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know. I think it just turned muddy, but it's always different on camera. So that's my excuse. Yeah, doing the pink was really. You bought 8 Kindle books with your Mother's Day money. I need to get back to reading more rather than just listening to audiobooks. Yeah, I haven't actually listened to it. I have some audiobooks I need to listen to, but I keep telling myself I'm going to save them to listen to at the gym as sort of motivation to go to the gym. And so far that hasn't happened. So because I got the I had to cancel my Audible Audible subscription because I wasn't reading books and I just kept putting up credits. So I oh, this stupid computer. So I got a bunch of audiobooks and canceled my subscription. But one of them was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I think. And not so much that I'm a big fan of those young adult thrillers, but it sounded like a radio play because there were, at least the samples I heard and what I read online, is there's like sound effects and like when they're on the phone, they change, and there's a whole bunch of actors. So I'm kind of excited to listen to that. But like I said, the plan was to listen to it at the gym, but okay, so I'm going to try to finish this with blue. Oh, and the video that I'm going to release on, well, it's interesting, that I'm going to release on Wednesday is the Harlan Ellison. Which I'm calling him like the bad boy of science fiction. Should I? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the eyeliner now because I didn't do that last time before I start. Or should I do black now? Actually, I should do some black now. And the video is done, so I can't add to it. But I was thinking, from what someone said in one of the research articles or videos I read about Ellison, was his themes and style of writing was always very angry. Like he did anger well. And one of my theses of the video was, well, why did Harlan Ellison never really do long fiction? And I didn't put this in there because I didn't think of it till later. So this is bonus content. Um, maybe long fiction just isn't conducive just to have a character that's angry or afraid or sort of that raw negative emotion that Ellison does so well. Maybe he just the types of speculative stories he gravitated to just wasn't conducive to that. It doesn't detract from the fact that I think that Ellison procrastinated a lot, especially when he got older, when it came to his writing. And not that that's unusual. Can we say George R. R. Martin or who's the one everyone's talking about now? Patrick Rothfuss. Hey. I really read a really good sci-fi multiverse epic, Infinity Gate by M.R. Carey. You know, I may read that because I'm looking for a good multiverse. Oh, and AI, character focused. I'm looking for a multiverse book, and that was on Sanders TBR. Yeah, so yeah, I was like pausing it, and then finally I just canceled it because I wasn't listening to anything and just getting these credits. I hope so, Lynette. Arthur Conan Doyle was better at short fiction than he was at long fiction. Infinity Gate. Okay, so now I'm going to do eyeliner. Yeah, if anyone has a multiverse novel, especially a middle grade multiverse novel, let me know. I mean, a recommendation. God, I've been screwing up these inner eye corners. Okay. Gosh, is this even? Yeah. Oh my God, I made it kind of even. Maybe not. Okay. Space Between. Oh, I've heard of that one too. Space Between Worlds. And Fit to Be Read like that one? Yeah, I remember seeing that in Shove It or Shove It. Because I remember the cover kind of. But I didn't pick it. I think Under Eye. I guess I'll just. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the crease and okay, let's do some. I will do the pink cut crease. Or did I do that last week? What did I do last week? I'm always trying to mix it up, not to do the same look every week. I did kind of do a pink last week. I didn't do a bright pink. I could do yellow. Okay, I'll do yellow. I could do gold. No, not gold. So indecisive. Okay, see you, Glory. Okay, so cut the crease. Got to do it. Got to do it. don't speak much during this part because it's a little bit harrowing. As much as makeup can be harrowing. Oh, this week I'm going to be filming. Well, I got to film Shelve It or Shove It so I can edit it before the 1st of next month. But I thought I would do another of those genre overviews. And I was, since I've done like the last ones were mostly all sci-fi or except for the punk video I did. I thought I'd do a pure fantasy genre. So I was going to do Flintlock Fantasy. Or sometimes called Gunpowder Fantasy. Because I don't think many people really know about it or clock it as a actual genre. Okay, I'm going to have to go over this with real glitter because needs it. But I've been liking using this Duralene as a glitter glue. I need something to work off of though. Just gonna use this back of my old broken mirror. Okay. Kelly's here, formerly Kelly's Reading Room. Change the spelling of your name. I prefer to remain as anonymous as I can. Alrighty, Kelly. Well, I just changed my name. So, got a 3-month trial on Apple, but I'm not finding that much I like except the documentaries. Oh, I don't have Apple, so I never was able to watch the Foundation series, which is the only thing that had interested me. Have you tried Severance? Heavy theme of grief and depression, thriller drama, and critique of capitalism. Satire. Oh, that sounds good. Or office culture. Yeah, the only thing I think I would get Apple for would be the foundation thing. And I'd have to look up to see if they have any other sci-fi fantasy offerings. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of Durolane over the lids. Over this yellow to hopefully get the yellow glitter to stick over it. Okay. And here we go. So hopefully you can see the glitter now. Actually, I may. Just going to dab a little bit of this purple. Just to get a little bit of variation. Okay, so my try-silo, though I have not read books by Hugh Lowry. I looked at the first few episodes of Foundation but did not finish the series. Yeah, I haven't heard that much about it, so you want to read the Silo series. Forgot that there was an adaptation. 15 years ago, I could watch almost about any movie and even enjoy bad ones. Nowadays, I seem bored with many movies, TV shows, and stop watching from disinterest. I hear you, DK. Like, man, if those Marvel movies were coming out when I was a teenager, oh my gosh, I would have eaten them up. But now, like I said, I'm falling asleep watching them. But I still appreciate the nostalgia. Okay, I'm going to move on to the black chroma cake. I used to watch a lot of TV when I was a kid. You know, and this was back when there weren't any good shows on. Yeah, nowadays pretty much I just watch TV on the weekends with Dennis. I still want to go back and finish watching the Blake 7 series, which I can watch at work, not at well while I'm working, because I work from home. Okay, we're almost done this black part. Okay. I'm going to go in with the liner to sharpen these up. Okay. The writers use many techniques to string the watcher along. I see too many of those things. I just don't want to keep watching for TV shows. I've been watching Space Ice's reviews of Steven Seagal movies. Oh, God. I don't know if I've ever seen a Steven Seagal. I mean, I must have. I know the actor. Kindle Oasis, yay. Is that the one I have? Is that the one with the buttons? Because I know I spent up to get the one with the buttons. You would cancel most of your subscriptions if you did not have your son at home. Yeah. I mean, the Amazon Prime thing's a no-brainer. Although I commend people who refuse to purchase from Amazon, but I'm not one of them. I can't do it. It's too darn convenient. Okay, so moving on to black powder. To set all this and to hopefully blend a little. This crease is not cooperating this week. Okay, I'm going to okay, well, this is going to have to do. Hopefully the eyelashes will fix it. Should I? Well, what I will do is just put a little bit of this chunky glitter Well, these aren't my favorite cut crease I've ever done, but I think it'll do. Oh, been an hour. I still need to finish the under eyes. Okay. Convenient. It does have buttons. Oh, the Oasis, yes. Because pretty much all I read is the Kindle, and I've noticed when I'm like on a big reading binge and I keep swiping, but my finger gets sore. Kindle Paperwhite, you only use for long books. Just use your iPad. Oh, thank you, Cap. Been about 3 weeks since you've been to the grocery store. Oh my goodness. Go to the grocery store, DK. Get yourself some foods. Okay, so I need to finish the under eyes, which basically just means I want to smudge out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting faster at this or just lazier. I don't know. I hope Wilma Fingerdo's okay. I know she has popped in here before, but I saw on her comments, her channel comments, that she's taking a break because she has to deal with some health issues. And okay. And I think I'm done with the eyes. I've been loving grocery delivery. Instacart started a few months ago. I did that during COVID. I forget what service I used. I don't know about Instacart. The only thing about having your groceries delivered is if you, other than like packaged stuff or bread or whatever, is you don't actually get to pick out like the vegetables, or if you eat meat, the cuts of meat. You have to trust the shopper. Okay, so let's do a red lip. So is COVID over officially? Because I just noticed I used to get alerts because I lived in California when COVID hit. Alerts for like COVID things in California, but they just cut that. I just got a notification that that program's been discontinued. So hope so. It's such a disruption in our lives. Okay. Get your deliveries from Coles Supermarket, which is one of the two biggest supermarkets in Australia. The other's Woolworths. That's interesting because Woolworths in US is just like a dime store, department store type thing. Oh, interesting. Wildlife's reaction to the COVID shutdown or lockdown. I never even thought of that. Oops, gotta. COVID is still around, but I think the crisis stage is over. Imagine that could change in the future. I think we will probably be getting annual COVID boosters along with flu shots. I wonder if they can make it part of the flu shots. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, lips. I don't know. I just like this dark red. I keep coming back to it. It's a pleasant sound, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna put on some gloss. I really like this gloss, but I don't know where I got it. Oh, thanks, DK. You like the red? People in India were amazed when the smog went away and they could see the Himalayas for the first time. Oh, that's interesting. Let me go back up. Because there are no people on the beach, penguins in South Africa could feed their chicks twice a day as they did not have to only come in at night after the tourists. That's so fascinating. Oh my gosh. Penguins were able to raise twins instead of letting one of them die. Oh, golly, gee. Okay. I think I'm done, except for, before you remind me, except for eyelashes. Yeah, you never think about like the impact tourism has, I guess, you know, wildlife tourism. I know they're pretty strict, like about visiting some places like the Galapagos Islands. I know in the Philippines there's this, I think it's the smallest primate in the world. It's the cutest thing. But they have to be careful with the tourists there because these creatures apparently are like very shy or skittish. You could, like, loud noises can really distress them, if not kill them. So it's one of those creatures where you think, well, maybe we should just leave them alone. I have a fan. So I'll use this fan my friend James got me. Of course, you wonder, do we help some animals sometimes? And there's sometimes there's these weird symbiotic situations. Because when I was in the Cayman Islands, and you can look this up, there's a place called Stingray City, which is this section of water. It's not a city, but it's a section of water where now tourists, they take out boats of tourists, and you can go and jump in the water and feed stingrays out of your hand. They give you, I don't know, shrimp or something. But apparently the history goes back further than tourism or something, where merchant ships would dump their feed or something into the waters where the stingrays would gather and have become quite tame. as much as you can tame a stingray in these waters. And I did it. It was fun, but it makes you wonder, I guess. Okay, so gosh, we ended quick today. Went through this fast. Yay for eyelashes! Cheetahs that made big kills were able to call their cubs to them rather than have to drag the meat to them. Before that, the cubs could hear the mother's calls. They could not hear them because of the noise of the tourists. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I don't use this wig much. I thought I'd use it today. Why not? And I think Dennis used it for his Halloween costume, so there's like these pins in it, which I guess I'll... I feel these little pins. And grab some dangly earrings. That don't go with this necklace, but I don't think I have earrings that really go with this. Okay, I think we finished. I think this is the finished look. So yeah, today it's going to be Shelve It or Shove It. And a video on Flintlock Fantasy or Gunpowder Fantasy. Okay, this is it. This is the final look. And yeah, I think it turned out okay. I mean, I'm not crazy about how I did this cut crease. And I shouldn't have added pink to the, it looks a little bit muddy. But we learn. That's how we learn. So we do things we know we don't want to do again. Oh, Lex is here. Still trying to get used to, oh, you moved. Yeah, oh, it sucks getting used to a new time zone. Don't think I've read any Flintlock Fantasy. Well, we'll see. We'll see after, if you see my video. Yeah, I'm just looking at my own mug. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. I will be here again next week. And as usual, may all the books you read be blessed.